Peace, family. We should be live. We should be live right now. Black Magic 363, one of the premier metaphysical channels in the world right now. You know that. You know that's what it is, King.
Yeah, of
One of the
course,
premier,
sir.
man.
Of course, sir.
we,
Come
we
on,
do
man.
we doing our thing over here, man. Listen, we
Yeah.
doing our thing over here. We're gonna have a great show. My brother King Simon is doing an event in Atlanta. If you're in the ATL area, so all
Yeah.
my AT aliens, you could check him out. We're about to get into that. He got some guests with him, some special guests. So I'm allowed the guests to introduce themselves. But get comfortable. We're not going to be here long, family. Tell your family and friends, hit the like button as always. I'm gonna get to a few ads and we will be right back, family. All right. All right.
Hey there! Had a bad dream? I have dreams too. Some parts are scary and some parts are fun. Always remind yourself, it's only a dream and everything will be okay. I had a dream about being in a forest too. Check it out, my pet Petey was with me. Order your copy of Kayla Petey and the Forest on Amazon today.
Hey family, this is King Simon. Don't forget about getting your new motivation session at 347-496-1022. And don't forget about the Cosmic Alignment Workshop on May the 15th. Go to zenbar.org. That's zenbar.org.
Also, family, the master teacher was here yesterday, man. We had an absolutely good time on the live stream yesterday. Reminding you all, May 21st, 2022 is going down from 1 to 5 p.m. The Qigong Energy Training Workshop. You can go to WayneChandler.eventbrite.com for more information, family, all right? And besides that, family, man, okay. Let's get into the show. What's going on with y'all in the chat? I want to make sure y'all are right in the chat room. What's up with y'all? Y'all can hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. How y'all doing in the chat? Please add King Simon number to the chat. Why would I add King Simon number? What, you a stalker or something? Why would I add his number?
Well, you just shared it. I just shouted it out. What they you just
You probably missed it.
I told them before, all they got to do is rewind. They don't, for some reason, I don't know. But okay, I'm good. Okay, great. Yeah, just rewind it, family. It's right there. King Simon, man, what's going on? You got something going on in Atlanta? We got a new guest here, Elocin Ned'rah.
Yeah.
I guess before you say that, King Simon, I would like the new guest to introduce herself. I'm not too familiar with you. King Simon told me about you, so I would like for you to let me know exactly what you're doing at this workshop and what it's about.
Okay, sure. I'm Elocin Ned'rah. I'm a psychic medium and healer, spiritual healer. My principles are to help people align to their higher self through meditation, through visualizations, just going within, grounding, making sure your energy is straight.
Indeed. So what can they look forward to at the workshop?
Well,
anything in particular?
Spirit is leading. Spirit is most definitely leading this. I'm going to go with the energy. I'm going to feel the crowd out, feel exactly what people need, because that's what I do. I feel energy and work with the energy that's being given to me. So, more than likely, we're going to tap into the Akashic records to be able to tap in, spiritually and align like we need to tap into our destiny. Yep.
And we got the sister Secrett just joined us. Sacred Secret. I want you to introduce yourself, Queen, to the family, because you're going to be at the workshop also in Atlanta. Introduce yourself and let them know, what are you going to be doing at the workshop? What are you going to be talking about?
Well, peace and love, family. I am Sacred Secret. For those who don't know me, I am going to be speaking on healing our finances, y'all. Okay. I am a business coach. I'm also the owner of a tax company, and I have my own holistic healing spa and juice bar in Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, I really want to teach our people about the importance of credit, having your own business, understanding how to really tap into this corporation that we live in, that we all think is a country, that is a corporation and it's a business. And we need to understand this so that we can know how to move around in this corporation properly to get all the best benefits.
It is.
Indeed.
We can't be woke and broke.
Ooh, you sound like Billy Carson.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's my brother. Yes. We cannot be woke and broke. There's this real bad like stigma in this community where people think like we're not supposed to have nice things, or you're supposed to be like humble and meek. Just like, no, we got to kill that, because like I said, I always say my ancestors slept on gold. So, you know, I know my ancestors want me to have the finest things, and everything out here was put out here for us. So we have to understand that and go take control of it. Period.
Now, Secrett, tell them where you're from, where your family from, please. Tell them where your family.
Okay, so originally I'm from Eritrea, East Africa, which is Ethiopia, next to Ethiopia. We used to be one, and then we separated through war. So born in Africa, I was raised in Canada, and I now live in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's right.
Yeah, and a little bit about my story. I actually jumped off the bridge at 17 and I moved to Atlanta, Georgia by myself. I didn't know nobody, all the way from Canada, from another country. Wow. Okay. So for those who don't know, like I was in America actually about 10 years illegal. No social, no paperwork, no nothing. Yeah. So I know if I can do it as an illegal immigrant, there's no excuse for people who are born here, you know, with the proper tools to succeed. Like now I'm here, I have multiple 6-figure businesses. I'm also teaching other people how to make income. So it's like, you know, we got to get out of this.
You know, Rich, it's ironic that she was
in,
Rich, it's ironic that she was in Canada illegally, right? In America illegally. I was in Canada illegally for 10 years.
You was?
I did not know that.
I was in Montreal. I lived in Montreal.
Funny. Oh man, that is so funny. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. As a young child, my mother used to send us there, and then and back and forth to Jamaica and Canada. But I was there for 10 years, and I was just no paperwork. I was just working without no paper and doing my.
Wow. Deep. So with the workshop, y'all calling it cosmic alignment. I guess my first question for the three of y'all would be, in the metaphysical community, we talk a lot about being positive and having positive thoughts. Yeah. And I've heard some people say that being in alignment is more important than just trying to think positive thoughts. What does alignment mean to y'all versus just trying to be positive? Is this something that we could compare? But talk to me about being in alignment versus being what we call positive to manifest things. I'm to manifest things.
Who wants to go first? Go ahead.
I can go.
Go ahead. Ladies.
For me, alignment is all about being on the right frequency, right? Because if we're not on the right frequency, we actually cannot attract things that, is our birthright. So, for instance, my store in Atlanta, it's called the Zen Bar. By the way, if y'all ever in Atlanta, come check out the Zen Bar. Right. And so in the juice bar, we have actual smoothies that are aligned to your chakra system. So you can come in there.
God damn, chakra smoothies? What the fuck? I ain't never. She said chakra smoothies. Oh, that's a hell of a business model. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chakra smoothies, Rich.
I tried to bring you over there, Rich, but she wasn't able to make it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be down there in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna pass by.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Yes, definitely pull up. So we have the chakra smoothies. That's to help start just like nourish your body with the proper food to help you like feed your soul and help open up and activate certain chakras. So you could come in there, you could get a crown chakra smoothie, Crown Me. That's gonna help open your crown. We have one for each chakra. And then we also have the services in the back, which is all about like, doing the energy work, the Reiki healing. We do sound healing. We do massages, things like that to help you align yourself like mentally, spiritually, physically, make sure we're taking off all the extra energy that's on us from day to day, because every day we cross paths with people, and whether you know it or not, you're taking on their energy sometimes, right? So we have to take the steps to actually like recenter ourselves at all times, make sure we're grounded and we're clear, so that we can actually be able to receive all the things that we want.
Right.
That's my answer.
Go ahead, Elocin. From your perspective, Elocin, please.
I totally agree with what Secrett mentioned about the grounding and being clear, but also when opportunities come, you want to show up and say yes. Saying yes to whatever the universe is bringing, that's going to help you align as well. A lot of times people don't, do their take certain opportunities because of fear, but you have to overcome that fear. So that's, to me, what alignment is: just looking fear in the face and saying it's okay, going through it anyway.
And tell Rich, pardon me, but Elocin, go down the road of your past life works that you've done to help align yourself and others in your 6 to 7 years of doing this.
That's important. That's real important. Tapping into the Akashic records. A lot of times when it comes to your past lives, they can hold you back. We can relive certain karmas from our past life. For example, if you had like your father go off to war in a past life, in this life, you possibly may have father issues, or your dad may not be in your household. So tapping into the Akashic records and reliving those experiences and changing the outcome of it by the work that you do, the inner work, doing that shadow work, it helps you to align to, your higher purpose.
Yeah. And from my perspective, me, Brother Rich, I do numerovation, baby. I keep people moving. And, people don't realize that in the so-called dictionary meaning of alignment is a position of agreement or alliance. With numbers, because numbers can be used as a navigational system, just like a GPS. You put in the right address, which with me, you have to give me your name and your birthday. I help you to use the numbers so you can navigate yourself better. But I want people to learn this, Rich, just like my teacher, Lloyd Strayhorn, he wants people to learn this. So why we want people to come to this Cosmic Alignment Workshop? Because it's about you learning and not just always being given the fish. You remember that old saying, if you give a man a fish, he'll only eat for a day. But if you teach them how to fish, they will live for a lifetime and eat for a lifetime. Let them eat. That's all I want people to do, eat, because I'm not going to be here forever. Look, I'm 55. I could die tomorrow. You can die next week. I just want to teach and give guidance. That's why I come on IG and do what I do. That's why I even advertise, because Rich, I told Rich, let me tell y'all what I told Rich. I said, look, I'm not going to stop advertising on him, because I know where we came from that street. I know I'm his longest running advertiser because I know where he came from. I know the bull crap we had to deal with on the street in the cold and all the bull. So we helped each other to align each other. So I said I would always support him. And when I came to him on the street and he was going through some stuff, and I said, yo, man, you a money number. You this, you that, you bad, you book. Yo, he aligned and made like $700 to $800 in an hour or two. Tell him, Rich, what happened?
Yeah, no, I don't remember exactly the amount, but you changed my frequency. I remember it was slow out there. I remember I called Sonetta. I was like, yo, how's it going in Harlem? He was like, man, it's slow out here. And you just came and you told me that. And I'm like, then why this dude keep telling me that? This dude keep telling me about how I'm associated with money. I'm like, that motherfucker there, he on this. I said, so that just stayed with me. So when if anything from that moment on, if anything ever came, I ever got presented with a situation that was contrary to that, I was able to tap in to that affirmation and just ignore the simulation that was going on around me. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the power comes in, when your inner world is able to overpower the outer world. And that's how you're able to make the change. So I definitely help you for helping me realize that in my life, my brother. I definitely appreciate it. What I want to ask y'all next, and this is very important in terms of staying in alignment, and I noticed this with me, I think it was even earlier this year, and I noticed this with a lot of people in terms of staying in alignment. The sister Elocin said earlier about saying yes to the universe when the universe presents you with something. It's also very important to say no to individuals. There's a power in saying no to individuals, because a lot of people will be in alignment. Then an individual will come and present you with something, and because we're scared to tell them no, we agree to it, and that shit knocks us off our frequency. So a lot of time, to stay in alignment, we got to tell people no a lot, and it makes you seem like a bad person. But if alignment is the number one goal, then you got to learn to say no a lot in this world. All the greats talk about the wealthy talk about, Diddy talks about, a lot of people talk about it. So talk to me about telling individuals no in order to stay on your frequency, your vibe, and to stay in alignment.
Okay, well, that goes with trusting the energy. You know, you have to know energy. You have to be in alignment with energy. You have to be solid in your own energy, you know, and that's where you get into the clearing, the grounding, the meditation. Once you know your own personal frequency, you know what feels right. You know what to say yes to, you know what to say no to, you know where you have to grow, you know, so saying yes or no, it depends on what you feel, your deep inner knowing.
Have you ever had to say no, Elocin, to a family? Because this is when it gets tough.
Yeah.
To like a family member, a loved one, and you feel like, damn, if I tell them no, I'm gonna feel, oh man, I'm gonna feel bad, because that's what we get presented with in this life. It'd be a tough no. It don't be a little no. It'd be a tough one, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's life. You know, that's the journey of getting to know yourself. You know, sometimes those hard tests are going to come. You're going to have to say no to family. You're going to have to say no to people that you usually say yes to, but that has a lot to do with your self-worth. And by you knowing who you are and having that self-worth, you're aligning as you need to your purpose, to your potential. Once you align to that potential, anything that comes to you is more so in your frequency. So that's where the no's are going to become a little bit less, you know?
Indeed.
I agree so much. Like you said, when you're on the frequency of like self-love, your boundaries are so much easier to put in place, because it's like just certain things that you're not going to accept because it's not in alignment. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
yeah. So it's really about loving ourselves, doing the work. Like you said, we have to do the work so that we can be clear what our goals are and what it is that we want to do, so we can make sure we're aligning ourselves with things that are on that same energy, you know. Otherwise we'll attract a lot of things. And in this community, there's a big I don't know what you want to call it, but you know, there's this big take energy a lot, and you'll get burnt out if you don't know how to say no. Like I went through a lot of that actually last year, and I had to learn how to say no. Like, no, I'm not doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they will burn you out.
They're gonna hit you with you acting brand new. They're gonna say, Secrett, you acting brand new. You acting bougie, man. What's wrong with you, Queen? Why you acting like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went through something like that real recently. And, you know, I had to really create my boundaries and make it be very clear. Like, yes, I'm all about love, peace, and love. But you know what? I don't play about the business either. Like, you know, so when we're talking about business, we're not going to we have to set those boundaries, just period. Else we're never going to be able to actually manifest the things we want. We're too busy, like just constantly allowing everybody to suck our energy. You can't pour into the things that you actually want to manifest.
You know, Rich, let me say something mathematically about the word no and yes, because
yeah.
Because remember, like Blue, like when Blue comes with the gematria and talks about the gematria from that perspective, and that's what I respect about Blue and Brother A. Rashid, dealing with those 22 letters in the Hebrew. But I try to keep it simple, because sometimes when you get so deep, you can be over somebody's head when you just need to really breastfeed them first with some milk first before you give them the food, you know, when you give them that head food. So I that's why I respect what they're doing with the Kabbalah and respect what they're doing with the gematria. But in Chaldea or Pythagorean, which Pythagorean is the most easiest, the word no and that tone no and that mathematic is no adds up to a 6 and a 5, which is the 11. So it's a spiritual thing too. It's a spiritual energy you come in. And no can be also a deceptive word as well as a spiritual affirmation, so to speak, when you say no to somebody, especially if you feel your energy is saying no. And because 11 is one of the numbers of spiritual teachings, so saying yes and no can be very powerful in depending on how you say it. So it's important that people understand that each and every name, word that you use has mathematical vibrations. In the Chaldean system, that same word no adds up to a number 12, which is a 3, which deals with expressing, the need to express yourself. How many children was being molested or hurt in their past and was not able to say no?
No, yeah.
That's a power.
Yo, King, I'm gonna tell you something personal right now, man. We trying to, we're not trying to, we got to discipline our son, me and my queen, but his favorite word is no.
Yes.
So I don't want to take it away from him completely, but sometimes he say that shit too much, and he be like, no. But I like that he knows the word no. A. Rashid told me that years ago about not taking no away from the child. So I like that he's able to say no, but it's like, God damn, this nigga say no to everything, man.
But Rich, your child is born. What's so interesting? Your child is born on the 2nd, and 6 and 5 equals 11, which equals a 2. That's his first vibratory energy.
Yeah.
Like no.
Yeah.
No. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I learned how to say no too when I was younger. But then I found out that yes was also a good word. And in numerology, the yes in the Pythagorean is a 13, which is a power and dominion number, but also it's a number 9, which is also a higher level understanding, but also can be a destructive force at the same time. So saying yes, I can't say yes to everything. It's like saying yes to prostitutes in the streets of New York. It's like, yo, you can't say yes all the time. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? So especially because I was in the club life. So I had to be able to put up boundaries in the club. Yes, no, people asking you for money. When you know that there's energy drainers, there's people that are energy vampires out there. You gotta, especially they could come out of your own family. They could come out of your own friends. People can suck on to somebody else that bring it home. You gotta know the difference of when you need to say yes and when to need to say no. And there's power in that. So people out there, don't be afraid to say no if you don't have it or you can't give it to them at this time. Say, yo, no, I can't do it. Going like somebody one time that many of us know. I'm not even gonna say the sister's name. But she asked me for $2,000 out of nowhere. And I'm like, wait a minute, you don't like TK Kirkham said, who's born April the 3rd, TK Kirkham said, don't make your emergencies my problem. Never let somebody, so I had to say no. I will give you something to help, but you got to ask a whole bunch of people in your family and your friends. Don't just ask me for $2 and tell me you're going to pay me back August or pay me back August of 2023. Don't do that to me. I'm not like that. So that no and yes is some powerful words, vibratorily, energetically, gematria style, Chaldean style, Pythagorean style, whatever style, it has a vibration that we all out there that's listening to our voice need to pay attention. And that's what I want to teach you at the workshop. How to use the words, how to navigate with the words, how to be better in your navigation in this world with those words and your names and your birthdays. What we do.
That's powerful.
Very powerful. No is bae. No is bae.
That's it.
Talk to me about what happens a lot when you are tapped in, tuned in, turned on. Like what's the name? The Abraham Hicks. What's the name?
Abraham Hicks.
Abraham Hicks. Esther. Esther
Hicks.
And she says she channels Abraham or whatever.
Yes.
One of the things she used to talk about, I used to hear years ago her talk about, and I remember talking to you about this on the Street King Simon.
Yes.
When you're in alignment, one of the first things that happen is the synchronicities come pouring in. So you just, it's magical. You know what I'm saying? You'll be walking down the block, then you'll meet somebody who's going to give you an opportunity. Then once you get that opportunity, you'll meet your future girlfriend or your future wife. And then once you meet that, then it'll just be so synchronicities everywhere. So talk to me about the power, because a lot of people don't know what synchronicities even are. So talk to me about the power of when you are in cosmic alignment, these synchronicities come pouring in, and it's up to you to recognize them as not coincidences. So talk to me about that.
Good. Which one of y'all want to start first, ladies? Ladies first. I'm not
okay. Well, that kind of goes back to what I was saying with showing up and saying yes. You want to say yes to those things that you feel in alignment with, you know. That's what I specifically was trying to get to with that resonance. You know, when you resonate on a certain vibration, you know it's for you. A lot of the synchronicities that may come in may be numbers. It may be that you're having a conversation prior that day and you run into someone who mentions exactly what you were talking about. To get into alignment that way, you just have to be open. And that's just the simplest way of putting it. It doesn't have to be rocket science. You just have to be open. You have to be open to the signs. You have to set your intention that, you know, you're looking for signs. You're looking to be in alignment to what you desire, and asking spirit to further guide you, and just being open to that guidance and trusting it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I agree with what she said. For the most part, like going back to what I said earlier, it's about doing the work, right? So when we do the shadow work, when we sit down, we do take the time to be at one with ourselves. Like she said, ask spirit to guide us, be able to take time and be in silence and really get the downloads from our higher self.
Yes.
Then we're able to see so many more messages every day, because it's like when you're in the matrix or you're not in the matrix, right? Like when you're not in the matrix, you're able to really see the signs. Like you were saying, you're able to be open to receive the signs. But when you're in the matrix, you're so in the matrix, you just don't even see all the signs that be right in front of your face the whole time, because you're too in the matrix, right?
Yeah.
But when we do the work, the messages just come so much clearer, and there's so much, like, you'll see them all the time, everywhere. It'll be right in your face. You'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And, you know, the doors will just keep opening for you. Everything will be in alignment because you're doing the work, and whatever you believe in, God, the universe will see that you're doing the work, and will start to really, really open those doors and put everything in alignment for you as well. That's what I believe.
Brother Rich, let me just, what she said and what Elocin, what Secrett said and what Elocin said, 100%. But let me tell y'all a brief story about synchronicity with me being a person that used to be afraid of the microphone. Synchronicity. And the microphone adds up to our number 8, Rich, which is my life path. That number 8 is the mic adds up to the number 8, which is our life, it's my life path, your personal number, and of course Helen's personal number also.
Yes, I'm an 8.
I was a
8's in the room. All right.
Yeah. 8's in the room. She's an 18. Elocin is an 18. So you got 8 there too.
Right there.
But check this out. I was in front of Radio City Hall giving out flyers. And I wasn't supposed to be on a show or nothing. I wasn't supposed to be doing nothing. But I was dressed in a sweatsuit, giving out flyers, looking clean, good shoes, everything, looking out flyers. The MC couldn't cope. Synchronicity. I was wondering how I was going to get backstage. Synchronicity. Let me show y'all something. I'm out there giving out one of my flyers, and the producer of the show runs out and said, yo, looking around, he said, yo, Simon, yo, I need an MC right now. Now, if I wasn't prepared and aligned at that point, giving out the flyers, what I was doing there, the man said, yo, Simon. And if I would have been caught up in my fear of jumping on stage at Radio City Hall or all these big stations, I would not have ended up being the host of that Buju Banton and Wayne Wonder show at Radio City Hall, because I'm out there giving out flyers, doing that. And because I came out of the Nation of Islam, I always had a pen and pad. So as he's walking me in through the backstage, I say, yo, okay, who are the sponsors I need to write down? Who I need to shout out? Who I need to do this? I'm writing everything down and letting them know. And I said, just make sure my envelope is after the show. Give me my money, my envelope, and do. And I made some money right there. And I wasn't even like, that's synchronicity.
That's alignment.
First time ever on the stage of Radio City Hall, music hall, big place. So that's how synchronicity works. That's why you always got to be prepared for that moment. All of this is lined up to prepare it. So a lot of people, Rich, get caught up in this aha moment. Everybody's so caught up in what television says about the aha. Oh, lights are supposed to shine and angels are supposed to come down. Your aha moments is that moment every time you recognize that there was something new that you did, that you were surprised that you ever did, and it came to you. Your aha moment could be the first time you ever tied your shoelace in front of your mother. Your aha moment could be the first time you was ever able to hold a bottle in your mouth. Your aha moment for your mama is when she said, I'm pregnant. The aha! Now you got to tell the husband, it's like, oh, what we going to do here? You know what I'm saying? So those little minute micro aha synchronicity moments is very important to recognize, so you can build up to the higher level, so you'll be open to recognize the synchronicity when it comes. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? I hope
yeah.
That's what's so important.
Absolutely.
So those little aha moments are so important. Those little synchronicities that you remember, you've been practicing to tie your shoes, and then finally one day you're able to do it. That's synchronicity, because that was the right time it was supposed to be done. But you've been practicing. Your mother been showing you. You've been watching your daddy do it, your mama do it, and then finally you got it. Like, aha, I got it. They on you. Look at those little moments, family, and stop paying attention to this big moment. The little moments are gonna take you to the big synchronicity moments. That's how I learned.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, King Simon, you give me hype, brother. I feel like I can conquer the world, brother.
Okay.
Conquer the world, brother. God damn. Okay, all right.
The workshop, baby. The workshop, May 15th.
Yeah.
Where's
Where's it at? It's at the Zen Bar? That's
at the Zen Bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Zen Bar.
15th.
That's by Tarsili, right?
Yep, we're right in the historic West End, right there on Joseph Lowry Boulevard.
Okay.
Right next to the Family Dollar. That is, that's like our, I guess you could say we're like, we've created our own little portal over there in the West End. The four corners, we have Mama Tassili's, we have my store, the Zen Bar, we have Wadada, ATL. We also have Afrocentric, Kanda. Yeah, we have like, it's a whole
all four of y'all is over there. Wadada, that's a powerful, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that. All of y'all right there.
And
all of us.
Tassili,
and all women owned, by the way. All women, melanated women, really helping the community, doing the work. I'm grateful.
Dope. King, I gotta get Tassili on here. Every time I go to her store, I spend like $80. King. She take all my money, man.
Helen can do it.
I got you.
Can do it.
Yeah, Tassili.
Matter of fact, Tassili and Elocin born the same day.
Really?
Yeah, they both born December 18th. Yeah. They both born the same day. So, yeah. Yo, Tassili.
We actually.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that actually, Rich, she has. We're doing the festival coming up. Wonderful Wizards of Raw Vegan Festival. King Simon will be speaking there. I'm the event coordinator and the host. So if you're in town, you should definitely come by and check it out.
When is that?
It's June 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
That's okay.
First week of June.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there in town that weekend, definitely. I got one more question for y'all. Before I take a couple of questions from the family. Make sure you hit the like button. Everybody in here, make sure you hit the like button, family. We're having a great conversation about being in cosmic alignment, which is very important to get to your destination. And we all have different destinations down here in this 3D realm. So your alignment may be different from mine, may be different from Secrett, maybe different from Elocin, maybe it's different from King Simon, and it's up to you to figure out what it is. For some reason, I keep thinking about with this topic. I keep thinking about Abraham Hicks. That's just what my spirit out of everything. That's just what I'm channeling right now.
That's funny, Rich. That's funny because she's born March 5th and you're born under Virgo, which is connected to the number 5. Interesting.
You know everything, man. All these numbers.
How he keep up with all that?
Yeah, for real, right? He ties everything in together, yo. Man.
One day I'm gonna be as good as you, Simon. I swear. You know the numbers.
But that's why I'm teaching classes so y'all can do it. Cause like I said, me and Lloyd don't know how long we're gonna be here.
I'm about ready for the class. Y'all better sign up for the class because listen, I'm ready to be in the class to learn from King Simon. Okay, literally Literally,
Right.
I'm ready to come teach just so I can sit down and listen to him. Okay.
Indeed. So the question I have, like I said, one of the things that Abraham Hicks used to always say, Esther Hicks used to always say is that when it comes to being in alignment or staying in alignment, always choose the emotional journey over the intellectual journey. And what by that she meant, she said, just try your best to feel good all day long. She said, don't, reading a book is one thing. I could read a book and be confused. I could read the best book in the world about being positive and being confused. And then a person could play with his dog all day. And if he's feeling good, he's tapping in more than I'm tapping in. So talk to me about the simple act of just feeling good or feeling emotionally, like people say, in order to feel good, dress good, dress nice, throw on some cologne. Those people are in alignment simply by throwing on a nice outfit or buying something expensive. So an intellectual person might tell them, don't spend all that money on them shoes. Right. Don't spend money on that gold or this or that. But that keeps that person in alignment. So talk to me about just by staying in alignment, just being in an emotionally good mood constantly versus being an intellectual.
Yes. Ladies, y'all want to start off or you want me to start?
Yeah,
what y'all want
me to That's so important. I can start on.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
You go ahead. Go ahead, King. Go ahead. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. She said, real quick, Secret. Sacred Secret. She said, path of least resistance. That's what she used to call it. When she said, taking an emotional journey, she always referred to the path of least resistance. So thank you, Della, for putting that up there. Go ahead, Secret.
So for me, the way I look at it, the way that we're feeling, right? Even like the colors that we wear, the things that we put on, and the way that we're allowing ourselves to feel. Oh, our brother Blue, peace. But the way we're feeling has so much to do with what we're attracting, right? Because if we're in a negative energy, or if we're allowing everything we go through to affect the way our energy is, and that's going to affect what we're attracting, or what we're like, what frequency we're in, right? So when we're able, like for me, I have a lot of people sometimes tell me, like, you never get mad. But I'm like, it's not that I don't get mad, but it's that when something happens that's out of my control, there's no point to cry over spilt milk. Right? If the milk is already spilled, it's spilled. Let's not cry about it. Let's get it up. Let's figure out the solution and get on to the next thing. Because if we sit here and we dwell in it, then you're going to now continue to attract more negative energy. Like if I sit here and I be upset because I just spilled the milk, then I might get up and go stub my toe because I'm sitting in this upset energy. You know what I mean? It's going to continue to go on and go on. But if I sit there and I'm positive about it and I'm like, oh, okay, no worries. Let me clean up this milk. Let me go buy some more milk. It's all good. Guess what? On the way to the store, I might find $20. Who knows? You know, it's all about the way you're moving.
That's right. Go ahead, Elocin, Blue. Blue. I don't know if Blue got the question. So
no, Blue came in late. Elocin, you could go next.
Okay, sure. Well, with getting in alignment, or just the feeling, what I've learned on my personal journey is making investments in myself, whether that's financial, energetic, just those positive investments that's going to play really big with where I'm trying to go. If I am trying to be educated spiritually, then I'm going to invest in a class or invest my time in learning something. If I may feel a little bit low about myself, then I'm going to go on a shopping spree, and I don't worry about money because it shows up. And you can't have that fear with finances. Like if you really are trying to go somewhere, you have to detach from, any fears of truly investing in yourself.
The lack mindset. That's the lack mindset.
Exactly.
Right? Mindset. And that's what's so important, because Rich, you know me, I'd be jovial and I'll be giving out flyers in 2 below zero weather. You know what I'm saying? I'm still happy. But I learned years ago, and I want to commend someone like Imam Isa or Dr. York. I got to say that because Dr. York told me in 1985, anytime I feel sad, I should always sing. And it has helped me over these years, over the humps of even the times when I was really down. Those songs, those Bob Marley songs, those old R&B songs, they kept my mindset keeping on a certain higher level. And because singing and those other old euphoric songs bring my spirit back up, like Ain't No Stopping Us Now, or Love Is the Message. Those things bring me back up. And that's why I tell people, a lot of time you're not going to smile all the time, but it's so important. If you want to align yourself cosmically, listen to the cosmic vibrations from your past. You know, on my 50th birthday, I was in Florida and I went on the swings for the first time in a long time and swung like it was nobody. I wish there was a fence, right? I would have jumped off the swing and hung on the fence like I was Spider-Man. But it brought me back to that childlike attitude. That's why Les Brown says, never lose your childlike energy and attitude. Never lose that, because that is the energy you want to keep that positive energy. Because when you had a good time, because I go to Jamaica and I go into the rural parts of Jamaica and you see these Jamaican children that barefooted and don't have nothing, smiling and laughing and having fun. We need to keep that child attitude. And that's what I try to tell people when I do numerovation sessions with them. You want to be aligned, you need to go back and grab that little child and have that child hold on to you and say, yo, you remember when we used to do this? Remember when we used to do that? That will keep a smile and a higher energy and vibratory energy in your face. Because when we were children, we had no fear. We wasn't taught fear until our parents inundated us with fear, with mind control. But they say, according to their science, it says there's only two known fears: the fear of falling and the fear of a loud sound. Anything else you inherited through your family telling you, don't touch that, don't do that, don't cross that, don't go there, don't go. You got to get everything we want is on the other side of fear, like Farrah Gray used to say. Everything. So that vibration of smile and enjoying that higher vibration, you got to go for it and don't give up on it. Go back to your childlike attitude. That will keep your vibrations high if you remember the good times as a child.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Blue, you hear me, my brother?
Blue.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Blue.
Hey, yo, tell him happy birthday. Tell my man happy birthday. I sent you the text.
I will. I'm gonna read it to.
Read that text to him, please. All right. Happy birthday to 19 Keys today.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. Blue, I got a question. We about to wrap it up. I know y'all got a workshop coming up at the Zen Bar. That you was telling me about that spot. Secret spot. I advise everybody who's in the ATL area, even if you can't make it out there to this workshop, make sure you go and support the sister at the Zen Bar and just that area with these black queens, these black goddesses that got it on lock over there. I want to ask I guess I'm gonna ask one more question before we get out of here, because Blue is on the live now, and Blue Pill can start out, then the rest of y'all could close it out. Blue, we're talking about being in alignment, right? So we're talking about being in the cosmic and alignment. And I want to ask you, since we're in this era, age of Aquarius, where organizations aren't as popping as they used to be 20, 30 years ago. And I want to know, do you think it's more easier now than ever for a person to be in alignment, because you don't have somebody telling you can't wear your hairstyle a certain way or you have to dress a certain way? Like, you may like to do a certain thing, and the organization, the leader may say, "No, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. Nah, we don't watch that on." You may want to watch a program on television. They may say, "Nah, we don't watch that in this organization," or "Nah, we don't like those kind of women. Your woman gotta have this complexion or this hairdo," or "Nah, the brothers, you gotta have waves in your hair. You can't have locks, or you can't have braids or cornrows, because we just don't like the way that look." And that may make you feel good inside, but because you're part of this organization, you got to follow the rules of the organization, which everybody understands. But as a result of that, you're not in total alignment with your unique self, your inner being, who you truly are, because you're following this organization. So is it easier now, or do you think that was a problem when the organizations was popping, Blue?
Yeah, again, shout out to everybody on the panel. I'll answer that like this. Those prior times that you were speaking of, we can say that was more so an example of Piscean energy, right? And Piscean energy is I believe. And anybody that's looking for belief, you're looking to be led. You're looking for someone to pretty much tell you certain things, right? So it was more so left brain. It was logical. It was, primary source. Somebody gave you a book to read. Somebody told you what to do.
Yeah.
But now that we are in the Aquarian and as I know, we can personally look to these babies, right? These babies ain't taking no directions from nobody, not because they are unwilling to. It's that they already come with downloads. They already come with an assignment, right? They're more so into their intuitive nature. So if I followed a rigid, practical regimen, right, how am I going to tell a child who's free-spirited that my way is the way? That child is looking to me for an example, and that child is saying, well, I was born to solve some things that you didn't figure out, or else I wouldn't came to do the things that you had not yet done. So why I'm going to listen to you? When I got a new way, why don't you listen to me? Right? And we have a tendency to think, well, I've been here all this time and there's nothing new under the sun, right? So if there's anything to know, I must possibly either one, know it, or two, have access to it, or somebody that I know has already, you feel me, exhausted that particular methodology of information or what have you. So we're not allowing for the newness. We're not allowing for the feminine energy by way of intuition and downloads to come, right? Like you have an entirely new crop of educators and teachers on this platform. And I noticed a lot of the younger brothers that are coming through, they have information that's not necessarily ascertainable by primary sources, right? We can't pick a book up. So I have to give them the benefit of the doubt to say, well, if we're believing that things evolve, right, or that we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, somebody's head's got to be in the cloud if you're standing on shoulders. So that person who is standing on my shoulders has to have access, right, in the heights to information that has not matriculated down here yet. So I'm looking for the new. Where am I going to find the new at? I'm going to look towards the babies, because they just came from a place that I'm still attempting in however many years of my life to make sense of.
D, definitely.
That's right.
Definitely, my brother.
Absolutely right.
And anybody want to add on to that in terms of not belonging to an organization, so being more freely to be in alignment with yourself, if that's the case?
Ladies, y'all want to go, and then I'll go after.
Yeah, I think it goes back to kind of like what I was saying earlier about getting out the matrix, just kind of unlearning what we've been taught. Like King Simon was saying, we're programmed with all this stuff from when we're born, right? Our parents tell us no, they tell us don't do this, don't do that. So you're not born with that free will to actually become who you're supposed to be. So it's almost like you have to unlearn all of that stuff that society has put on you to be able to actually understand your birthright, right? It's a real spiritual warfare out here. And I always say that, like, there's no way you can actually tap into your higher self if you're constantly stressing out about bills, or if you're constantly stressing out about like relationships, like anything like that, right? That's an anxiety and an energy that you end up holding on to. Like every time you go open your bill, if you get a bill and you don't have the money to pay that bill, you're gonna have anxiety, or you're gonna have a fear, and then like you're stuck in this energy where it's like, oh, you're constantly trying to figure out how to just pay this bill, and because of that, you're never able to actually like really just even get any of your downloads, because you're too busy trying to like just keep up in the matrix, right? So if like we're taking ourselves out of that matrix and we're able to actually release ourselves from all the things that we think we're supposed to do, all the stigmas that have been put on us, like credit is bad, don't do this, don't do that, we can really learn how to tap into what's our birthright, because it's all our birthright. You know, you just got to get in alignment to be able to receive what the universe is trying to give you.
Exactly.
I want to get to Elocin, you want to add on to that, or
I totally agree with Blue Pill and Sacred Secret. As far as, the detachment and just, the different organizations not really aligning to today's time and the age that we're in. Really, it's about freedom and totally detaching, because we are in a time of ascension. A lot of people are tapping into their higher selves. This is a pivotal point in history. We are ascending, we are changing the world. So a lot of the organizations are naturally going to fall away. So yeah.
Let me I'm gonna take three. I'm gonna take three questions from the chat room. I already see one question. I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna add on to this after the guests add on this, because this is a very important question for somebody who's just getting into this information. C Car says, how do you know when you are getting a download?
It's your intuition. For me, your intuition. Your intuition and that voice in your head, I believe, is, for me, is God, right? That's God talking to me. My intuition, my voice, or my download. But you do have to have discernment, because sometimes you'll definitely have some manipulators and different, it depends on what kind of work you're doing as well. Sometimes you might open the door for other energies to come in and send you messages. So it's just very important that you're grounded. It goes back to being grounded, being very grounded, so you're able to have that discernment between who the messages are coming from, what the messages mean, and then to really ask spirit to guide you on how you're supposed to receive the message.
Go ahead, Elocin.
I agree. I totally agree with with Sacred Secret again. Also, it's a feeling. A lot of times when a download comes, it can be like, your crown tingles, or you can just feel it. It comes as thoughts. It comes as a thought that you wouldn't typically think of, and you just have to be willing to trust that.
Yeah, that part,
that part.
The lingering, right? The fact that I may have posed a question to the cosmos, to the universe, which is saying myself, right? Something that I entertained in my mind, and then I get a full answer, a whole schematic. It might not even happen at that very moment, but like they said, being mindful, because sometimes I'll catch a download and then catch on later on that that's a question that I asked, I got an answer to. You feel me? It'll hit me after the fact.
Yeah.
But
yep.
I'm like, where did I get the fullness of this answer from? You know what I'm saying? It had to be the cosmos. It was very thorough, and again, this is somebody that asked the question. They just got in. The whole aspect, this whole journey, when we're talking about cosmic alignment, this is about you trusting yourself, getting to know yourself, because the things that you'll be able to see and ascertain to say, oh, that came from me.
Yeah.
Those declarations bring you closer and closer and closer to a knowledge of your own self, what your love language is, what your inner voice sounds like, so you can discern between, like Secret said, you entertaining other entities attempting to gain your audience by giving you downloads. You feel me? This is totally a quest about rooting yourself with that inner voice. We all have an inner voice. We all have a connection via that inner cord to the cosmos, to your higher self. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we all have access to the answers that we ask the cosmos for. It just, everything doesn't fall in our lap at the same time. Or, we don't get the fullness of the download at the same time. You might get a crumb, right? And you follow that crumb, and it might lead you to a whole block of government cheese. Pardon this analogy.
Somebody has the best analogies, y'all.
But yo, what's so funny about that the downloads, getting downloads, it's like right now I'm probably the only one that has written 4 books on this panel, and that first title for the numerology book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. The download the night before was Numbers Are Simple. That was what I was going with. That's how I was going to go with. Boom, 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 boom. Then I went to sleep, because sometimes when you're scientific, or when your mind needs to go where logic can't go, like Sister Myra says, where your mind needs to go where logic can't go, it goes to the intuition, goes to that feminine part where the male logic can't go. We go to the feminine part. I had to go to sleep. And then when I woke up, I thought about it. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. That was the name of the book. Now the book, that same book, is number 30, going up in the top 100 numerology books of all times right now. How did I make that in 5 years? Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Because every time somebody hear that, they laugh, they smile. They're like, you know what? That's right. You gotta have, it's like a hip hop song. You gotta have them good hooks. It's a hook that catches people, and the beat. So the cadence in the book was good, because I still showed love to Lloyd. I showed love to everybody, showing people where I'm not the only one. I got the bibliography in the back of the books to show people that I'm studying, but the title was the one to catch everybody to go and read this simple book that only have 115 pages. It's not that much. But that's what it's all about, getting those downloads. You recognize those downloads, and sometimes you got to go and stop doing what you're doing to get the download from either the spiritual side or that, like scientists do. If they don't get something in their scientific analysis at that time, they'll go and meditate or go do something else, and then they'll step to them. That's how you got to learn to be in tune with this universe, and just pick up and be grounded, like all of them have been saying, and doing what we got to do to make it happen to get those downloads. So, with respect to that question, C. Carr, thank you very much.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, I'm real good at this point in my life, and I'm recognizing and receiving downloads. And what I would add to that is that when you get a download, it's almost it will seem too good to be true to your ego. Your ego will immediately attack it, because it's like, where the fuck did this come from? I mean, like, it's a euphoric feeling that you get, and like Blue said, like you could ask a question, and you will get a book of information. Like, it'll come at such a speed. It comes at such a speed. It's unbelievable. And you know that this shit didn't come from me, because you can't possibly think of all of this in this short amount of time. The shit is it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. It's like, it's a way of me getting high at this point. You know how niggas smoke weed or drink liquor or something? A download is me getting high. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm feeling it. And it's like, yo, it's nothing like it in the world getting a download, y'all. This shit is amazing. It's euphoric, and like the sister Elocin said, it has to be heartfelt. Your heart will feel it, but your brain will fight it, and it'll be a battle. And you should let your heart win that battle. You go with the heartfelt feeling, because what I usually say is, shit, if it don't work, I'ma die in this realm following my heart. I always tell myself that, so that way I can never fail.
Hold on, King Simon. King Simon.
Who said,
Yes, sir.
King.
That was a book title he just gave us.
I know. I heard.
Let him get away with it.
That's his book.
I'm not even gonna blow it up. We're talking about it all the time.
That's his book.
Word, man.
No, I'm just telling you so you can remind them, because I'm gonna double down on it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
But
he got the energy to write. All he has to do is let it out.
yeah, man. Yeah, but it's euphoric, y'all, and I'm gonna leave it there. But it's that's why when I seen that question, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna add on to this one, because that right there, woo. I mean, that's a good feeling.
Rich is born the same day as Lord Jamal, a writer of hip hop. He's born the same day as the Zen master. What's the name's coach? Michael Jordan's coach.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, born the same day as Malik Yoba. You born the same day
as my lady Rashida.
Fresh.
But also, I'm here celebrating 19 Keys Born Day. So
yeah,
his mother and his father was born the same day, which is on your birthday, Rich.
Right.
I remember you told me.
September 17th.
Yeah,
I just mentioned that to them, and they was like, "How did you know?" And I was like, "It's a popular day.
It's a powerful day. That's baby girl's birthday too.
That's right. Your queen. That's right.
That's your queen Rashida birthday. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Let me
download.
let me get to this. Then it was one I missed it talking. Hold up, y'all. I don't see them. Damn, and I forgot what the person said. All right, well, let me just let me ask this. What's some effective? Is there a neurological, physiological explanation of why I get downloads and views of inventions being coaches when I go to the bathroom before sunrise?
Who wants to touch that? Elocin, you want to touch that?
Yeah. Now, let me say this as a lyricist, right? As an artist and a lyricist, there are pockets that I walk through that it don't matter. I'm always gonna get downloads through these pockets, right? What I mean by pockets is like around the corner from my crib, in the shower at a particular time. You know what I'm saying? Walking to the mailbox. These are places that I can count on. I don't know if I'm walking through a vortex heading in these places, but it never fails. I will always get downloads of lyrics or thoughts and ideas, clarity of thoughts. Just like when I go through certain parts of my apartment complex, my Wi-Fi go bad. I would think it's the same thing opposite with the downloads.
Powerful. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that
Okay.
alone.
Wow. Okay. I ain't think about it like that.
That's right.
Damn.
I mean, the brain is a transmitter and a receiver, so that's what it does. So we gotta pay attention to it. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and to the person asking that, the bathroom, I do a lot of like the Blue said, the aha moments will come in the shower, or you could do meditation. It's something about that small room and just
That bathroom.
Yeah, something about that bathroom is magical. You know, say something about it.
Yeah, I agree. I get a lot of downloads in the bathroom too, especially when you're just looking at yourself in the mirror.
In the mirror, yeah. I do, yeah. I'm glad you said that. I do a lot of mirror magic in the bathroom, y'all. So it's definitely a powerful place. And I'm glad you asked that question. Let's get to one more question. I guess this question is geared more toward King Simon. Somebody wants to know, how do I know my path number?
Well, how you know your path number is add your in numerology, because let me preference that and verify and let people know. In numerology, you add the month you're born, the day you're born, and the year that you're born, and you could, whatever it comes out to, will equate to your life path. And if it comes out to a master number, most numerologists will tell you not to break it down, but I always tell people to look at the lower octave of the numbers, because it has another meaning to give you even more guidance. Whether you're born, you're at your life path adds up to the master number 11, where it can go down to the number 2. 11 can be an assertive spiritual teacher and guide, but the number 2 will bring sensitivity and integrity to the 11, so they don't become deceivers. Because 11 can be a deceiving number as well as a spiritual guided number, according to the science of numerology. So I'm just showing you how this can work if it goes down to the 22. And remember, in numerovation, I call 10, 20, and 30 master number potential, because the 0 adds a protective, infinite protection around all the numbers and it adds on more potential, more infinite, whether positive or negative. That's why you notice people born on the 10th, the 20th, and 30th are doing miraculous things in the celebrity world. Rihanna born on the 20th. King James born on the 30th. Of course, Tyrese born on the 30th. People like Tiger Woods born on the 30th. Michael Tyson born on the 30th. Danny Pina, the billionaire maker, born on the 10th. Look at those vibration. If they operate, they usually go through extremities in their life, but if they're disciplined and focused, they take it to the next level. And I've seen 30s all the way to 90s. I've seen 44, 22, 55, 77. Some people don't look for that as numerologists. I look for it all, because I see it all, even in the doubling letters in your name. If you have a name like Miller or Billy with the double L's and the double T's or the double this, I look for all of it, because all of it is significant to me. So.
Indeed. So with that being said, family, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank the panel of guests tonight. And I wish them much success on May 15th. Like I said, if you are in Atlanta, make sure you go to the Zen Bar at 553 Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard, Southwest in Atlanta, Georgia, 30083. Secret, Blue Pillar, Elocin, Ned'rah. King Simon will be in the building. So before we get out of here, any contact information y'all individually want to leave the people with before we get out of here?
Yeah, everybody else.
Mine's on the in the screen. That's my Instagram, y'all. Sacred Secret Official. The site is Official Zen Bar. If y'all want to see the Zen Bar's Instagram and what we do, what kind of services we have there, definitely come check us out. And I just want to remind everybody that, you know, money is energy as well. So I just want to remind you guys and leave you guys with that thought to remember that you have the power to attract whatever you want, including the money, because it's all energy. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Okay. And if you come to the workshop on May 15th, we're going to really tap into this. We're going to really break it down, understanding, you know, the way this corporation works, the importance about creating your business, how to file your taxes, how to get write-offs so that you can actually see a good refund at the end of the year, how to set up your information to be able to get business funding, to be fundable, to learn a little bit about trust. So I'm not going to go too deep into trust because that's a whole nother workshop. But if y'all are familiar or not familiar, y'all need to be familiar with trust law and setting up our trust and making sure that we have all of our affairs in order, so that you can like really create a legacy for your family, for you, and just generations after you. You know, let's really, really secure our affairs, everybody. All right.
Right.
Yeah, let me go. So I got to tap out real quick. Brother Blue Pill at Blue Pillar 44. If you want to reach IG, Blue Pillar 44 at Gmail. If you need to shoot me any inquiries or what have you, goldwater.com, GOLDEWATER. I think we got some discounts going on right now for Key's birthday. Cosmicdust.com, COZMIKDUST. Other than that, I see you May 15th at the Zen Bar. All right. Let's get this alignment popping because there's a lot of cosmic alignments right now. We want to make sure that we're, you know, positioning ourselves to take advantage of all of this cosmic benefaction that's taking place. I want to honor and thank everybody on this panel. I appreciate you all. Appreciate the audience.
Blue.
Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light.
Peace, Blue. Peace, my brother.
Go ahead, Elocin, please.
Okay. IG is at The Modern Day Sage. Website is themoderndaysage.com. If you want to book a reading with me, that information is on the website. I also sell oils and candles and bracelets to help you further align. I have those tools to help you align to your higher self. And I just look forward to working with everyone, doing practical exercises during this workshop.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
And of course,
and I like to keep it simple. So we're going to keep it simple, y'all.
Exactly. Me too. At IG, King Simon Productions. Don't forget KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. And of course, you know, I advertise right here on Brother Rich, 347-496-1022 to book a reading or book a session, book a consultation. Don't forget, we're doing a live stream also because that Zen Bar only holds a certain amount comfortably. So we're going to be doing a live stream. I believe the live stream is on the website. I don't know. Did you get to put it on there?
I'm not sure if the girls did or not. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm all the way in Panama right now.
Yeah, you're in Panama. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Text me and I can send y'all the link, but we're gonna put it on the website, on her website also, so people can go click on it real quick and buy the live stream link. And we'll be doing it. We'll be there having a good time, believe me. So we'll have a live stream, but I want people to be there because I'm gonna have a chalkboard. I'm gonna do my thing, man. I'm gonna have fun. And that's what I love to do.
Don't break it down.
And make sure you support Brother Rich all the mother flipping time. That's my brother.
Yeah, hit up. Y'all can hit up the Cash App. Y'all know that.
The
dollar
bringing
sign.
all the knowledge, all the amazing people.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you.
Indeed. Hey, family, thank you for tuning in once again, family. This is Brother Rich. Make sure y'all check him out May 15th. We getting out of here, family. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.